here's an idea. What y'all can do is give me permanent tenure at MIT Philosophy Department and the NYU Philosophy Department and the Institute for Advanced Study and Oxford University Philosophy Department. See, then what will happen is like two things. First of all, I will be able to properly learn. And if what's in my brain is of any value, I should be able to share that with other colleagues, professionals, students in a supervised, regulated atmosphere, such as an academic institution of the highest order. So with these tenured positions, whatever I just listed, IAS, which of course I've got my new institute now, the Boulos Institute for Logicism, I suppose it's rightly pronounced, I don't know. Professor Heck, Professor Wright, I don't know. Priest, give me a shout, let me know. Do I pronounce it correctly? Logicism. Well, somebody that is so, my brain is so broke, I can't even manage to complete a simple tableau proof. I'm stuck in 2009 on the simplest things. But how did I make up for it? Well, I read a lot about the history of logic and stuff. And I guess what happens is all the little bits and bobs start creating something. And of course, most of my philosophical training didn't even take place within American academia. It took place underground, so to speak, with underground people of knowledge, real teachers and stuff that I had to search out. My mother and I. And as I've tried to articulate earlier, that all started quite young, and only really in retrospect I realized how earnestly and with what dedication we were always applying ourselves towards inner work, self-cultivation. Eudaimonia, the living well, not Epicurean living well, if that's a distinction I should know better, but no, living moral, living in a moral way, moral way, is difficult when you have an ethos of pacifism and nonviolence. You tend not to be so very assertive. And the people, that's why I'm going back to IHS, because that's really the only time in my life, save a few random moments in my music career. IHS, when I was, the kind of top dog of the speech department in 1993, that was a real platform for me to express myself, beyond all limits, in all my full abstraction. And of course, all my colleagues from that time will attest to just my fashion alone, right, is quite abstract. airplane seatbelt buckles and spark plugs, and my bald head, and my parachute pants, and my Wittgenstein blazers and shit like that. My Trohadia, those are farmers' sandals from Skiros. My speech brethren and sistren will remember and attest. These were my shoes that I wore in 1993, the whole year. I mean, we have photographs. It's like a big Euclidean spinozistic axiomatic block. Voila, world. I give you Dimitri Fergatis.